We have discussed the IP classification, like how many types of IP addresses are there. So why they have classified into 5 types. Okay, class A. What is this class E, class B, class C? How many networks will be there? How many hosts will be there? Like a subnetting. Okay. Is it clear the last topic? Does anyone have any doubts in the last topic? Yes. Anyone have any doubts? Okay, no. And then let me know. Uh, if IP address starts with 160, what is its class? Class B, it's right. Right, Satvika. And if it is start with 124, what is the IP address? Like what class it is? Class K, fine. If it is a 127.0.0.1, which IP address it is? Loop back. Okay, so fine. I hope it is clear for everyone. Okay, so now in this class we are going to see the scanning. Okay, so the what is the purpose of scanning? Just finding the port numbers, like how many ports are there, how many entry points are there for your target system. So without let, we will move on to the session. I'm just sharing the screen. So here I'm using the Kali Linux for a main mission and Metasploitable 2 for a target mission, because we don't have a permission to scan the real-time things. First, you can practice on this Metasploitable 2. Then you can move on to the real-time things. There you can perform scanning, enumeration, exploit the vulnerabilities. So until then, we will move on to this. So just open the terminal. In the last session, we have discussed what is ping, what is the purpose of ping, and net discover commands. These are the things we have discussed. So see, remember one thing. If you want to run the net discover, you should be in a root. Without root, you cannot run the net discover command. See, I'll show you. It is just a normal terminal. If I'm using the normal terminal, if I'm using the normal terminal, if I type net discover, it won't work. You must be root to run this. So if you are using normal terminal, you have to type sudo net discover. Sudo net discover, then hit enter. It will ask you the password, then type the password, hit enter. Now it will start the capturing the IP addresses. Got my point? So like this, you have to scan. If you are using a normal terminal, you have to use the sudo before the commands. Otherwise, you can directly log into a root terminal also. Sometimes a root terminal have some advantages and have some disadvantages also. So better to open a normal terminal. Whenever it is required, just type sudo in front of every command. So then it will be fine for everything. So by using the NetDiscover, what will happen? So you can know how many devices are connected in your network. Okay, how many devices are connected in the same network. Currently I'm using my mobile hotspot, so I can see how many devices has been connected. So only 4 devices are there. One is my mobile, another one is my laptop Windows 11, third one is Kali Linux, fourth one is Metasploitable 2. These 4 devices has been connected, so you will get here 3 devices. Okay, so 3 devices you will get here, or 3 or 4. So you have to wait until the results. And one more thing here, so whenever you have seen system technique, okay, system technique, that is a vendor name for virtual box. That is the vendor name for virtual box. Like this, you need to find the IP address of your target system. So it is taking a lot of time. I think it is because it is 16. So 16 means it will check the last 2 numbers. So if it is a 24, it will check only last 1 digit. So here it is checking the last 2 numbers. So here we got the IP address of your target system, that is SPCS system technique, that is a 192.168.184.53. This is my target IP address. Okay, now I'll stop this one. Is it clear this net disco for everyone? Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. So now go to this ping command. So why we are using the ping command is we are just checking whether the target host is a reachable state or not. So the target host, the server is up or server is down. We are just checking because if you want to exploit that machine, the server should be in up position. If it is not in up position, you cannot do anything because if the server goes down, the firewalls will be active. Okay, so you cannot exploit the server. So 192.168, 184.53, and hit enter. So if you are getting packets like this, it is fine. So the server is in a up position. The server is in a working state. And now tell me, what is this TTL value? What is this TTL value? In the last session, we have discussed the TTL value. TTL stands for time to live. It will tell you which operating system your target is been using. Okay. So if it is a 64, what is the target mission name? Operating system? It is a Linux based system. If it is a 128, it is a Windows based system. Got it? This ping command. Yes, is it clear for everyone? This ping command. Yeah, guys, I'm asking you, is it clear or not? Okay. Okay. We will start with the Nmap tool, basic tool. So clear the screen first. So Nmap tool is a network mapping tool. Nmap. So we have a lot of options are there. We can execute the scripts. We can execute. We can bypass the firewalls, evasion techniques. Lot of things are there. So everything we are going to discuss. Okay. So first we will start with the basics of the Nmap. Okay, so if you want to scan a single IP address, okay, your target is a single IP address, you are in that network. Suppose if you are not in the network also, no issues. Okay, so you want to scan one particular public IP or one particular IP address, just need to type nmap IP address 192.168, 184, right, 184.53, then hit enter. So here we go. We got some lot of port numbers are there. So it will scan only top 1000 ports. We have a 65,535 ports, but it will scan only top 1000 ports. Here is the top 1000 ports. How many ports has been opened in the top 1000 ports? Only 977 ports have been closed. Only 23 ports has been opened here. So if you want to exploit, you can exploit all these ports. Okay. Otherwise, and one more thing, if you want to specify a scan range, okay, if you want to specify a scan range, it's just a basic scan. Remember, this scan is a basic scan, nmap IP address. It's a very, very, very basic scan. And if you want to scan some IP range, okay, IP range, nmap, this is IP address. But what I am doing here, I want to scan from 1 to, okay, the last digit I'm changing, 184.1 to 255. I want to scan how many devices are connected in the network. So you will get what are the devices are connected between the 1 to 255. Every device result you will get. Okay. Every device result you will get. Like see ifconfig. So here is a 184.160. Okay, so the last digit only changing. Some Intel also like my main Windows 11 also one IP address will be there. It is in between the 1 to 255 only. So what this command will do is it will check 1 to 255 in between these things. So how many devices are there? Every device port numbers you will get. Every device port numbers you will get by with separation. Like so, this is a scan report for this IP address. This is a scan report for this IP address. How many IP addresses are there? For everything you will get. So if you see here, So this is the nmap scan report for the 184.53. This is the metasploitable to scan report. After this is a scan report 192.168, 184.96. Only 53 port domain has been opened. I think it might my Windows 11 PC. We will check here. CMD ipconfig. No, it's 192.168, 184.102. I think it might be my mobile IP address. I think so. This is 160. It's mine. Okay, I think there is some other device also connected. Yeah. So like this, you can perform a scan range within your network. Is it clear this command for everyone? Anybody have any doubts with this command? This is a second command. If you want to scan a range of commands, it is a second command. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the next one, suppose it is a IP address. What if you don't know the IP address? Suppose Amazon.com is there, but you don't know the IP address. You have only the domain address. So you can scan the particular domain using the nmap. Nmap Amazon.com. Like this, you have to provide the domain name, not the URL like https www.amazon.com. Not like that. You just need to provide the domain address only. Then hit enter. It will scan the amazon.com and it will give you the result how many ports has been opened in amazon.com. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it will take some time, I think. Okay. Meanwhile, we will see with other commands also. Yeah. So here you can see the result for amazon.com. So here you can see the nmap scan report for amazon.com, and this is the IP address of the Amazon. This is the IP address of the Amazon. So other addresses for amazon.com, these are the different name servers. Like whatever you are giving the load, it will be separated to the different servers, and these are some different server IP addresses. So it only scan for the this IP address. So with these two IP addresses, we are not getting any data, and these are the ports has been opened in the amazon.com. So these are the ports of like a HTTP protocol, that is a web application protocols. These are things. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So now the thing is nmap. So here we are getting only 1,000 top 1,000 ports. What if you want all 65,535 ports? So for this one, you have to use a command called -p-. These are the options. Okay, these are the options you need to set before the IP address or after the IP address, whatever you wish, you can set. Okay, nmap -p small p -p which refers to scan all the ports. Okay, to scan all the ports, then hit enter. So it will scan all the 65,535 ports. It will give you the result of, see here you can see not shown, which means 65,505 ports has been closed. Only 30 ports you got it. Overall, all 65,535 ports. But here in the previous one, you are only getting only 23 ports for the top 1,000 ports. Okay, 7 ports are missing in the first one, and the 7 ports we got for the next all ports scan. That is -p port scanning, all ports scanning. Got it? This one? Yes. Any doubts? Any doubts? Anyone? Anyone have any doubts? Okay. So the next command is, suppose you don't want all these ports are opened or not. You only particularly focusing on a single port. Suppose just assume SSH port. Okay, you are just thinking you are in your target system, the SSH port is opened or not. So you just want to check that port is open or not. So that you can use a command called nmap 192 hyphen p. Okay, so we are specifying the hyphen p means port. Hyphen p hyphen means all ports. If you mention only hyphen p, it is a normal port scanning. I mean, so here you need to mention the port number of the SSH. What is the port number for SSH? Yes, what is the port number? It's 22. You just need to mention that 22 and it will scan that the network and it will show you whether this port number 22 is there or not. So here is the scan result. So 0.00057 seconds latency. So if you see here, the port number 22 open. So you just want to know only one port. If you want the only one port, whether the port is been opened or not, you can check like this. Not only the single port, you can check a multiple ports. Nmap 21, I want to check 25, 67, 80, 89, port number 80, 443, 56. Everything will be a comma separated. You want to check whether all these ports are opened or not, then hit enter. So here you can see, but the port number 21 is open, 25 is open, 56 is closed, 67 also closed, 80 is open, 89 is closed, 90 is closed, 443 also closed. Like this, you can check in your target system whether these ports are available or not. Got it? Yes. Or do you want all those things like from a range of port numbers you want? Suppose you want from 20 to 50. From 20 to 50, how many ports are there? I want all those ports. Like this, you can mention nmap 192, 168, 184.53 hyphen p. Here I'm mentioning that 20 to 50. 20 to 50 I'm mentioning here. So what will happen? It will scan the network and it will tell you how many ports has been opened between the 20 and 50. So these are only four ports has been opened: 21, 22, 23, 25. If I give here 100, we will see port number 22, 23, 25, 53 and 80. These many ports has been opened in your target system. Like this, you can apply the scanning range also. Got it? Yes. Anyone have any doubts with this one? Yeah, guys, let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, what about remaining one? Okay. And one more thing. So not only the port numbers, you can scan using the port names also. Same methodology, nmap 192. Here, you don't know the port numbers, but you know the port names. I want to know FTP port, then hit enter. So it will show you whether the port FTP is opened or not. If you want some extra ports, FTP, HTTP, SSH, Telnet, MySQL, bind shell, then hit enter. Okay, SSH.telnet. Bind shell is not available. Okay, like this, just hit enter. So it will show you how many ports are there. So FTP is open, SSH is open, Telnet is open, HTTP is open. HTTP 8 not 8008 is closed. Okay, it's like this. You will get information by using the different things. Firewall bypass nmap commands. Yeah, it is there. We call it as a stealth mode commands. Is okay? I'll let you know. Not now, it's advanced commands. After these basic commands, I'll let you know about all those things. Okay. So everyone, please make a note of it. Every command. Okay. Every command. So whatever I'm teaching, just make a note of it. Every command. Okay. Yeah. Next verse. Okay. So finding the service version of your every port. See, we don't know which vulnerability it is in a target system. Sometimes the vulnerability will occur in a port, sometimes the vulnerability will occur in the port version. Suppose if they are using the vulnerable version of the port, so we can easily exploit the port using that vulnerable version. Okay, so that being a penetration tester, you should find first what is the service version of each and every port. Suppose just imagine a house with a very strong doors are there. Okay, iron doors, like some strong, very strong material they have used to keep the doors very secure. That is a port. Okay, that is a port. You can just assume the doors are the ports. They have used very strongest material for keeping the doors very secure, but they are using the very cheap material. Like some they are using, they are just using the wood lock, wood lock. So you can simply break the lock and you can open the door. Is that a vulnerable, right? Using the very like insecure lock, it is a vulnerable, right? Am I right? Yes. Using a very strong material for the making the door and using a very cheap material, very lowest material using for making a lock, it's a vulnerable. Like this. So you are using a very secure port, but you are using a vulnerable version. It is a version, it's a vulnerability. So that if you want to check for the service version, you just need to type nmap 192 168 184.53. Here just type smallest capital V. So remember, Kali Linux is a case sensitive, so you have to mention as it is. Okay, you have to mention as it is. So hyphen is capital V, then hit enter. So it will show you, you will get one extra line. Here is a normal data. Okay, but here you will get an extra line with the service version. So here you can see the version, you will get an extra line. So every port version you will get it here. So if they are using FTP, which FTP they are using, like this you will get. If they are using telnet, which one? Domain, which version? HTTP server they are using, which version they are using? 2.2.8 Ubuntu they are using. Okay, everything you will get information, every service version you can get. So with the service version you can exploit, you can find the exploits on the service version, you can exploit the things. Is it clear, the service version? Everyone, guys, please answer me. What about remaining one? Only one guy, two guys are explaining. Huh? Okay, explain. Okay, cool. Next one is the aggressive scan. See, you will get a some in aggressive scan is somewhat related to the enumeration. In aggressive scan, you will find some more vulnerabilities also. Okay, for aggressive scan, the command is hyphen capital A. Simple. Here, hyphen capital A you need to mention and just hit enter. So you will get a structured type of data and finding some vulnerabilities also. With that vulnerabilities, you can easily exploit. Sometimes it's similar to the enumeration. Okay, so you will get a some structured data like a tree data you will get. With the help of that one, you can exploit the machine. So see, this is a previous one. This is a previous scan report. Okay, service version, everything you are getting like this in a tabular format. But here you can see you are getting in a structured format. Okay, line by line or some structure format they have been using. Okay, this is called an so this is a normal one. So see here you will get some vulnerabilities also, like FTP anonymous FTP login allowed. It is a kind of a vulnerability. Okay, it is a kind of vulnerability which help you to get enter into the server without any credentials. Without any credentials. While doing this scan, hyphen aggressive scan, whenever you find this one anonymous FTP login, that's it. The server is under your control only, because no password is required to log in into the server. Remember, anonymous FTP login allowed is a very major vulnerability. Okay, this is a kind of vulnerability. Then how to log in without credentials? You just need to type what is the port number, guys, here. What is the port number? It is FTP port. Okay, in the FTP port only they have this anonymous login allowed functionalities. Now type FTP and the IP address 192.168.184.53, then hit enter. It is asking for username and password. What is the username and password? Anyone have any idea? The username and password is anonymous. Anonymous, hit enter. Then please specify the password is, then simply hit enter. So here you can see login is successful. Remote system is type Unix. Use binary mode to transfer the files. You can transfer the files. If there is any files are there in the FTP server, you can transfer all those files to your Kali Linux machine. Is it clear? So how to find vulnerabilities, how to exploit the vulnerabilities? Everyone? Then if you want to exit from here, you can just type bye. That's it. Okay. So this is a aggressive mode. Okay, with this aggressive mode, you will get a structured data. See, one more thing, you can mix up, you can customize the Kali Linux commands whatever you wish. Okay, so later I'll show you how to customize all those things. Okay, so this is the thing. So here you can see some SMB mode, everything, SMB OS discovery. So the operating system they are using is Unix. That too, it is a Samba 3.0.20 Debian. Computer name is metasploitable. Domain is local domain. Okay, so like this you can see these are OS details. Okay, it is important to note down OS details of your target system so that you can find the vulnerabilities on this version. You can find vulnerabilities on the operating system. Okay, so the next command is, so if you want to retrieve the operating system, okay, if you want to retrieve the which operating system they are using without this aggressive mode, you can use the -o command. Nmap hyphen capital O, hyphen capital O. If you just hit enter, okay, sudo, we require some root privileges, sudo nmap 192.168.184.53 hyphen capital O, then hit enter. Type the password Kali. So it will gather which operating system they are using. So nmap scan also started. So here is the OS detection performed. And here you can see it is running on the 2.6 point some version in between the 2.6.9 to 2.6.33. The distance is one hop because it is a nearby system. That is only, that's why only one hop. It's a hop is nothing but an access point between your target system. How many hops distance has been there. So like this you can find the operating systems. Yeah, please make a note of it, this one. uh yeah, is it clear, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I'll clear the screen. Now it's a timing and performance commands. Okay, timing and performance commands. Before this one, I'll try to explain here. So the timing and performance, we have a five types of things are there. Okay, so in the timing and performance, we have a five options is there. So these options are, it start with the T0 to T5. So T0, first one, go with the T0. Then T0 is a normal one, that is a paranoid scan. The next one, T1, it is a sneaky scan. These are the some bypass are like firewall bypassing techniques. These are things. And the next T2 is a polite scan. T3, it's a default or normal scan. T4, aggressive scan. T5, insane scan. So what is the difference between these five things? So here the major difference between these five things is time. Only time is the difference between these five things. See, yeah. So if you are using the T0, that is a paranoid thing. So it is a intrusion detection system evasion. Getting my point? It is a IDS or IPS evasion. If you use this T0, the results you will get, it will be a very late. But you cannot be caught by the any firewall. So no firewall will detect you. You are scanning the network. So what will happen in the back end? So the packets will be converted into small pings. Okay, small, very small, very small frames. It will be converted. The firewall will think it is just a pinging probes. So someone is checking whether the host is available or not, or someone is requesting the host. So it doesn't think that you are scanning the network. If you use the T0, that is a paranoid. It is a very means very slow scan. Okay, very means very slow scan. So even for the require, like even if you're checking the how many ports are there using the basic nmap command, it will take nearly 5 to 10 minutes of time. Okay, and the next thing is sneaky scan. It is also somewhat intrusion detection system with some. It is somewhat better than the paranoid scan. It is somewhat faster, not that much of faster, somewhat faster than the paranoid scan. It is also IDS scan only. And the next one is a polite scan. It will slows down the scans to use a less bandwidth and the less target mission resources. It will uses the less resources to gather the information from your target. So it is also IDS prevention. Okay, but it will be a somewhat little bit fast, and it will uses the less bandwidth. So if you are using less bandwidth, organization firewall will think, okay, somebody is accessing the resources with the less bandwidth or less resources it will take. And the T next one is T3, that is a default or normal. So which now currently we are using, it is a T3. If you are not mentioning any timing performance, it is automatically default, it will take the T3 as it is a. And the T4, it's a very aggressive one, and it's a very speed, like if you want the data very fast, you can type the T4, but you can easily known by the firewall. Firewall will easily detect you. So if someone is scanning in our network, someone is gathering the information using the network, easily the firewall will find out you. And the next one is T5. It's an insane scan. It's a very speed scan. Assume you're extraordinarily fast network. So it will gather all the information within a 2 to 3 minutes. Whatever scan it is, you will get the information within the 2 to 3 minutes. But the firewall will easily find out you. So someone is scanning which IPR, from which IPR it is scanning, and the which MAC address you are scanning. Everything they'll get to know. Got it? Yes. Anyone have any doubts with this one? T0 to T5?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So now we will practically see this one. So first nmap. Here I am using the T0. Okay, T0. We'll see how much time it will take to come. T0. Here only I'm using the split terminal vertically. Same command I'll use nmap 192, 168, 184.53. Here I'll use the T5. T5 I'll use, then I'll hit enter. See, what is the difference between the T0 and T5? This is the difference between the T0 and T5. If you use the T0, it will convert the request into very teeny bits and it will send to the user, the target. Then only you will get the information. But this is a firewall bypass technique. This one you can easily caught by the firewall. So firewall will find you. So these are the people are scanning the network. Getting my point? Yes. This is a practical thing. It will take a nearly 5 to 10 minutes to get the for the basic scan. Just assume for the basic scan only it will taking the 5 to 10 minutes. If you use for a large things, if you combine the commands together, it will take a lot of time to complete. Minimum 2 to 3 hours it will take for the aggressive scan, operating system basic scan, like this. And we can customize the nmap commands like this. Suppose I want to know, okay, in my target system, what is the operating system? So the requirements in interviews, it's an interview based question, guys. I have faced this one when I was a fresher. So just write a command for a I want to know my service, I mean, my target service version. The requirement is service version they want to know. Okay. And one more thing, operating system. What is the OS or they are using? And I want to just want to know the port number 25, 33, 80 are open or not, are opened or not, and I want the service version for all these ports. First thing is, so these are the ports. I want to know whether these ports are available or not, and I want to know only these three ports. I want service version and operating system version with a T4 scan, with a aggressive scan. So what is the command? So for the service version, what is the command? Hyphen SV. For the operating system, hyphen capital O. So for the port numbers, we need to mention hyphen P, 25, 33, 80. Okay. And with our aggressive scan, we have a T4. So we have to combine all these commands with a single command like nmap, nmap, IP address. So here 192.168.0, oh sorry, 184.53 hyphen P. First, I'll mention the port numbers 25, 33, 80. Then I'll mention the service version. Then I'll mention the operating system, capital O. Then in the last, I'll mention the T4. Okay, so this is the command you have to customize and you have to submit to the interviewer. So I have faced these type of things in many interviews, not only the first interview, I have faced many interviews. So that's why I'm teaching you. You can customize the Kali Linux commands as per your requirement. Got my point? Yes. Anyone have any doubts? Yes, Sandeep, you forgot to mention the hyphen P there. Hyphen P you forgot to mention. Everything is clear. Is it clear for everyone? So if I use the same command, see, I'll use this command here. So still this one is not completed. I'll paste here. So for the operating system, we need to run it as sudo. You only get the information for the three ports and the service version for the three ports, operating system, and with the fourth scan. So see, only three ports you are getting, 25, 33, 80, and the version also you are getting for these three ports only. What is the MAC address? What is the operating system? Everything you are getting it.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear for everyone? How to
Yes, sir.
customize the commands? Anyone
Yes.
have any doubts? Yeah. So if you don't have any doubts, just make a note of it. Okay, I'll give you exactly 5 minutes of time. Just go through the each and every commands, whatever you are noted down, and I'll ask some questions about the things. So you have to answer me and you have to customize the commands for me. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go through that. Can I ask some questions? Hello, are you guys at there? Yeah. Okay. I'll share my screen. So now listen. You just need to write a command. So here I'll type some requirements. Okay. I want a operating system service version. Okay. So very slow scan. Very slow scan. Okay. I want all ports, and that's it. So this is my requirement. Write a customized nmap command for this one. Everyone, please start writing the command. No, just write a entire command. Entire command you have to write. Okay, nmap hyphen IP address hyphen move for operating system service version T0 hyphen P hyphen. Yeah, Sandeep, it's fine. Yeah, yes, you also done good, but write the entire command. Yeah, is it clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubts? Yes, Sandeep, Tanraj,
No, sir.
Satvika. Okay. Hmm. Now what you have to do is, so I hope it is clear for everyone. So at least you have to scan 10 websites. Okay. You have to scan. Can we add IP address at the last also? Yeah, we can add the IP address in the last also. No issues. Okay. So the thing is, whatever the commands we have discussed in this session, okay. So scan these commands on different sites for the 10 sites. Suppose Just take one site. Suppose here I'm taking the amazon.com. Okay, amazon.com. For this amazon.com, whatever the commands we have discussed, every command you have to execute. Okay, every command you have to execute. After getting the result, take a screenshot of that command. From where you have to take it? See, this entire thing you have to take a screenshot. From here to, from this Kali Linux to this one. Got it? So you can use a tool called Greenshot. So go to the screenshot and download now. So download it for the Windows. So once it is installed, once it is downloaded, try to install this one. Click on yes. Okay. I accept the agreement. Next, 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 next. Go with the default installation, install it. So once it is installed, click on finish. Okay. So here in the taskbar, we have a hidden items will be there. Show hidden icons. Click on this one. So here you can see the Greenshot application. Drag this one to the taskbar. Drag this one to the taskbar and pin it in the taskbar. Okay. So now what you have to do, go to the Kali Linux. Suppose this is the thing you have to take a screenshot. Just click on this button, capture the region, first one, capture the region, and just like a drag and drop. Just like drag and drop. After taking this one, so click on the third option, open in image editor. Okay, open in image editor and highlight the things. Highlight the things. So on your left side, we have a highlights will be there. So rectangle, some ellipse, everything will be there. So click the rectangle and highlight the command. Highlight the command. So after this one, just save it. So save as. So wherever you want, you can save it. So here I'm saving in the desktop. Where is my desktop? Okay. I'll save this one in the hacking. So with the name of suppose amazon.com, Amazon all port scan. Amazon all port scan and close it. So how you have to make a report of, go to one Word document, blank document. So mention here URL is amazon.com. Okay. Then the command you have been used, command, what command you have used, like service version command, version, and write what is that command, what is the purpose of this command, what you will get with this command. After that you have to paste the screenshot. After that, just paste that screenshot here in. So like this, you have to make a report for the Amazon. Okay. So whatever the commands we have discussed, you have to do every command. You have to check every command on this particular website. Like this, you have to do for 5 websites. Okay, 5 websites in a single document only. So first do all the commands in one website. So one website is completed. So go to the second website. So like go to the test PHP website next. So like this one by one website within a single document. You have to perform all the commands. Is it clear? What is the task? Yes, everyone? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is your task. You have to submit by before Friday. Of 5 websites is enough, not 10 websites. If you want to do, you can do for the 10 websites. Okay, no issues. So for my side, it's 5 websites is required for me. Then once it is completed, then you can submit that one. Okay. Okay. If anyone have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. Otherwise, we can wind up this session. Any doubts? Anybody? Any doubts you are having? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the joining. We will see you on the next Friday. Hello, Mandira. Hello, Mandira. Are you there? So you can submit on the same Google form which we have shared in the chat box. Today also I'll share it again. Okay. Now I'll share that one in the link. You can submit the Mandira. Are you there?
Can we leave that? Can we leave?
Yeah. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave from the session.
No,
Thank you.
sir, no doubts.
Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your joining.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
on
much.
the
Can
next
I
slide.
wind up the session, sir?
Yeah, you can wind up the
Okay, thank
session.
you.